In the cold heart of the north, where mountains rise like the spines of ancient beasts. Lies the cradle of a people feared and admired, the Vikings.
Here, in a settlement known as Kattegat, the young Ragnar Lothbrok grew.
His father, a blacksmith, forged weapons. His mother forged their spirits with stories. The Norse gods were never distant. Their presence was felt in every storm, every omen. A child was given a name, and with it, a destiny. His was Ragnar. To survive the Rite of Iron was to become a warrior. It was not cruelty, but reverence. Life must be given for life to continue. Strength earned respect, but wisdom earned loyalty. Ragnar learned how to lead.
Unlike many lands, Viking women held power. Some even became warriors.
He met her during a raid. Her courage shone brighter than any torch.
A man proved his worth not through words, but through deeds.
Your son will rise beyond kings, but his blood will bring glory and ruin.
In the long, dark nights, he listened to tales of heroes who sailed beyond the world's edge. Beyond the walls, wolves howled. But inside, they felt invincible, bound by kinship. This was the world that shaped him. Before the legend, he was a dreamer, wondering what lay beyond. In the far north, where the earth meets the frozen sky, these were the lands of the Vikings. Scattered tribes bound by courage, loyalty, and the favor of their gods.
Among them stood Kattegat, a place of traders and warriors, where the cold sea whispered of glory and death.
Every clan was ruled by a jarl, a leader chosen by strength, wisdom, and the blood he was willing to spill. In Ragnar's youth, Kattegat belonged to Jarl Sigvald, a warlord who valued strength.
Every breath was earned. The people of the North did not pray for easy lives. They prayed for the strength to endure hard ones. They believed the gods walked among them. Odin, the seeker of wisdom. Thor, the protector. Beyond Kattegat, rival clans plotted raids and blood feuds. The North was never silent. It lived and breathed conflict.
Among humble farmers lived a family destined for greatness. Sigurd, the father. Before he was a legend, he was a boy, Noi.
Wild, wild, curious, and untamed like the northern wind.
His father, Sigurd Hring, was a warrior turned farmer. His mother, Alfhild, carried the strength of her ancestors in silence. He had a brother, Rollo, strong, impulsive, born for the fight. They dreamed of glory, of ships, and of faraway lands. Sometimes Sigurd disappeared for seasons. Those nights, the boy's imagination sailed beyond the stars. In those flames, destiny first whispered his name. In youth, danger was their teacher.
He learned early that pain was not an enemy to it. It was the price of growth.
She told him, the gods test those they love. They believed those lights were warriors' souls, proof that honor never dies.
Sigurd's hands were heavy, but his lessons were heavier. Rollo was faster, stronger, heavy, but Ragnar learned to think. The seer spoke of a storm that would rise from their bloodline. In that moment, destiny found him.
As a youth, he competed among men twice his age. Even then, he led, not with power, but with spirit.
Sigurd's last lesson came not from his voice, but from his fall. In fire, the sun became the man. The boy who once chased rabbits now carried his father's axe. She told him, "Now your story begins." Time carved him like the fjords, sharp.
Even in blood, he saw balance. Though they fought, their bond was unbroken, forged in loyalty, not envy. He prayed not for victory, but for vision. In his sleep, the gods showed him the shape of his destiny.
It was never peace between them, only passion and fire.
She listened to his dreams of the West Gert and did not laugh.
Marked his weapon with Odin's sign. But vision is often mistaken for madness. He had no proof yet, only faith. The brothers swore that one day, the world would remember their names. Odin's sign returned, a silent vow that his path had begun. In the warmth of their halls, women and men shared the burden of endurance. From small villages surrounded, they honored their gods with feasts, believing that strength was a gift from Odin himself.
Deal sang before battle. The axe was not just a weapon, it was identity. From the moment they could walk, the young learned to fight.
But among them was one boy whose eyes reached farther than any horizon. Ragnar. The sea was both enemy and promise. It whispered of distant land. Their stories were not written, they were sung. Each rune carried meaning. Even warriors were farmers, bound to the land before they could conquer others. Life was simple, but never easy. In the silence of the night, whispers reached him of rich kingdoms across the ocean. Ragnar began to dream of the West. In the forge, weapons were born not from fire alone, but from purpose. He felt the weight of his destiny in his hand. Nature spared no one. To live another day was victory enough. Every hunt was sacred, a dance between life and death. In their unity, they found strength.
She was fierce as the storm, Lagertha, a woman whose courage matched any man's.
Together, they dreamed of a world beyond the horizon. The seers spoke of fate, that Ragnar's name would echo across the... Even the gods watched in silence. All that he was led him to this moment. Ragnar, son of the North, would carve his name into eternity. The world would soon look
To lands whispered about in legends and drunken songs.
A seer spoke. This boy will one day dine with kings and die among the gods. The Jarl saw something rare, a farmer's son with the heart of a conqueror. The North tested its people with storms, hunger, and loss. Yet, from struggle came strength.
Each year, the clans gathered to honor Odin and Thor. That winter, fate brought a visitor to Kattegat.
In that single moment, something ancient stirred, as if the gods themselves had smiled. Ragnar tried words. Lagertha preferred battle.
Their blades met before their hearts did buy. A dance of steel and laughter beneath the cold sun.
But Ragnar was not the only one drawn to her. Rollo's heart, too, had begun to burn.
When danger came, she stood before him, fearless, unshaken. In that moment, admiration became love. They spoke of gods and storms, of courage and dreams. Ragnar found...
In Rollo's heart, love twisted into jealousy. The first seed of a rivalry that would haunt them both.
If you wish my heart, you must fight as one worthy of it.
And Ragnar did. He fought not for fame, but for her smile.
Their union was forged in strength and respect. To Bjorn, the farmer's son and the shield maiden queen.
As joy filled the hall, one man's silence foretold storms to come. Yet even in peace, Ragnar's heart could not rest. The sea called to him like an old friend, whispering. Rollo drowned his pain in battle and Al. His love for Lagertha became a wound that never healed. He spoke of sailing west. The dream began in the soil. She saw the look in his eyes, that hunger for the unknown. Men laughed at his visions. Even the Jarl called him mad. No ship can survive such seas. He promised her.
I will return to you, no matter what lies beyond the horizon. She gave him a chance.
Rollo said, "The sea will take what you love most, brother." And for once, Ragnar had no answer.
He felt the call of something greater, a destiny he could not yet name.
Then, one winter's day, fate crossed his path with hers deed, a warrior unlike any he had seen before. He watched as she fought 3 men at once, and laughter shone in her eyes like sunlight on ice. But Ragnar was not the only one who noticed her strength. Rollo too felt his heart burn. And when their eyes met, Ragnar felt the world grow quiet. For the first time, he feared no battle, only losing her. But Lagertha was not a woman to be won by gifts or charm. She wanted a warrior worthy of her heart. Rollo saw the way his brother looked at her, and in silence, his own envy began to grow.
Fate tested them. When danger came, she stood before him, blade drawn. Ragnar's respect became love.
To earn her heart, Ragnar became stronger. Every scar on his arm spoke her name. They fought side by side, as equals. It was in the clash of blades that love was born. And from the shadows, Rollo watched the woman he loved choose his brother. Their love became legend. The farmer's son and the shield maiden queen. Together they... But in every story of love, there hides a shadow. And that shadow bore the face of Rollo.
Their bond grew, and from it came a son, Bjorn Ironside, the seed of Ragnar's legacy.
Rollo's love turned to quiet bitterness. Lagertha's heart sensed the coming storm.
And Ragnar looked toward the sea, unaware that his greatest journey had just begun.